welcome back to the speedrun. We are playing a Platinum Terran. We're working our way up there. His name is Ice Cold Water. And we're on a super weird map here. I wonder if we should even take this base or not. I suppose we will. But we might get into trouble. Personally, I actually veto this map. I don't even play it. Yeah, I'd probably recommend you do that if you're a beginner. Actually, because it's just kind of so much different than the other maps. But we'll play it here. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get into some really weird situations. Grab our gate. Go for a scout. Ooh, he's going to steal our gas. Okay, nothing to worry about here. We can attack this worker, though. I mean, we might as well, right? See if we can get a kill there. And I guess I could try and kill the gas as well, but I don't think it's super crucial. Honestly, we might as well just let that live for now. Maybe he'll even cancel it himself. And then we can kind of get a free gas out of this, I think. We'll make sorry, not free gas, a free zealot. And then we can maybe counterattack with that. Okay. Yeah, so if you ever encounter anything like this where they like block your expansion or they take your gas, anything like that, try to treat it like you get a free zealot. So we'll make our cyber first, but then we'll just grab a zealot here. Then we'll make our pylon. And then this is normally when we would take our gas. So maybe we'll send the probe there. Oops, you're supposed to be scouting. And then, yeah, once it's killed, then we'll just take our gas. And we'll be slightly behind in the gas from a normal game, but nothing too crazy. And keep in mind that he had to delay his build in order to take this gas. So it's not actually putting us behind. It's just making the game a little weird. That's all. Okay, next let's go for an adept. And what I did with the zealot is I just aim moved it to the ramp. Maybe we can aim move this probe too, and then we're not going to look at it ever again. We're just going to let it annoy our opponent. And this is an extremely strong tactic. Same with the adept. We're just going to aim move it over here. Maybe we'll take a peek at it, but we're not going to micro it or anything crazy like that. Okay, let's grab our robo. Yeah, and this is something that newer players or even intermediate players undervalue a lot. Is just aim moving units at your opponent because the tempo is really annoying. Like they have to deal with that, and we are just doing our build as good as before. Like we didn't invest any of our time into that. So yeah, it's extremely powerful. Just annoying them. Same thing here. I just aim move my adept. He's spending a lot of his attention dealing with that, and I'm just not spending any. In fact, I'm only looking over here to just show you that these are just doing stuff. I don't really care what they're doing. We're just not going to really look at them. Okay, let's get an obs. Maybe we'll do like... should we go Charged Archon again? Maybe we'll just keep doing Charged Archon because it's kind of easy. Let me just aim move that adept as well. Honestly, you might just die to this. Maybe another couple observers for around our base. And okay, let's just do the Charged Archon. I was thinking maybe Colossus, but I think Charged Archon will be easier for everybody because it just counters more things. It's more well-rounded. Colossus is kind of really good against bio and then just like really terrible against anything else. Okay, let's see if we scouted anything while we're here. Looks like he's got 2 barracks. He's got a factory, 3 barracks actually. Yeah, so pretty standard stuff. Leave the obs here. And we're done making workers. Let's start adding our gates next. And just a quick glance at those adept zealot shows us he's probably just gonna die. Or he's probably taking too much damage already. 6 gate. 2 more. Take us up to 8. And now we can take our next expansion. And then again, at this point, we just need to make sure we're not getting all in. So we're going to stay on the Charged Archon, not tech up too fast, just like last video. And then once we kind of feel like we're in a good position, a safe position, maybe our opponent grabs their third base or something, then we can start teching up. Then we're comfortable to do that. Just move these a little bit. Make sure they're sieged. Now we have some really good map vision. We can see what they're doing. We can see if they drop us. Also need the Templar archives. Okay, and let's make some units. So we have everything we need. We could even make some immortals here. It's fine. I don't think the immortals are actually the best unit. I like to not make them a lot of the times because the bio, like the immortals are really good against tanks. So people think like, immortals, like, counter tanks, but they only counter tanks directly. So a lot of the times Zealot Archon is just the counter to everything. Like if they have a bunch of Marines in front of their tanks, the immortal will just shoot Marines, you know? But yeah, they can be good against like Marauders. It's probably like their only role, honestly. Oh, we're getting harassed over here. Grab all the probes, pull them, and then do a warp in so you can defend them. I did that super slow just to show you. It's not a huge deal that you defend quickly, just that you're accurate. Let's leave that there. You could even build a cannon here if you want. I think that's fine. As long as you don't commit too much, right? So pull the probes, grab your units, A move. You're pretty much done. Go back to making your workers. If you've been macroing properly, this shouldn't be a huge deal. You should have enough units to deal with this. So if you don't, it's probably a macro problem. I'm going to feedback that just because I really want to. Okay, let's get armor. Now, we know he has a drop on the map. So what I'd recommend in this situation is you're ready for the drop at all the like most logical locations. So like he could come back here, right? So let's just build one cannon, not too much. You just want to have barely enough defense for whatever he showed you. You don't want to have it prepped for like 3 medevacs worth. Because if you go that crazy, you're not going to have money for everything else. You're going to have like no units. Okay, he came back with this. That kind of indicates to me he's going to drop us somewhere else with his medevac. But we'll see. Actually bring it back. I think that's the one we just saw. And it looks like he has his expansion. So yeah, now that we see this expansion, we can either tech up or we can attack. But since we're doing the macro speed run, we're gonna take an expansion and we're gonna tech up. What should we go for? Let's go for Storm. I think Storm is kind of one of the harder techs to use as a beginner, but what I realized teaching a bunch of students is that it's by far the most fun. So we're gonna get some Storm here. Let's grab some more units. Did he just build a sensor tower in the middle of the map? Okay. Let's go kill that. Can't allow that. Oh, and we're getting dropped. Thank God we put that observer there. I think we're going to kill this. I'm not going to micro. I know a lot of people would like target fire with the stalker here. You don't really need to do that. You could do that, but it's not necessary, you know? And doing that is just too much micro. So instead we'll just do a big warp in. That's probably fine. Then we can focus over here maybe. Get some stalkers on this side. Actually, I was going to warp in. They're a bit slow, but that's fine. Let's keep this going. This is good. Maybe remake those. And let's get some Templar for the Storm. So yeah, really pay attention to how I defended that. It wasn't micro. It was just decision making about how many units to make, and not too much effort put into like, you know, saving every single last probe. Really, really minimal defense. Save the like small stuff to the GMs because it's really extra. It's barely going to impact your overall game. For example, now we have Storm. And Storm is going to help us a lot more. Like if we forgot that because we were dealing with these drops so much, that could have hurt us. Okay, let's warp in some stuff there. And actually ignore that with my main army. It's not too many units. Let's go for our push. And behind the push, I'm just going to throw down some additional tech. Maybe 3 robos and a robo bay. And then in this fight, we're just going to try and A move and storm. So just land your storms. Don't worry about the other stuff. This is a planetary, so we might not want to be here. But I think we just have so much that it should be fine. And there we go. Victory. Good game, ice cold water. So I think the lesson this game is you don't want to overreact to these drops. This guy's actually doing a pretty good job harassing us. But if I show you from the replay analysis here, you'll see that he's going to be really focused on doing this. Yeah, like look at his vision. So he's kind of ignoring the principle that I showed this game, where you just put this unit here and then you ignore it, right? And this is going to happen for a lot of anywhere up to diamond, I would say, is people are doing this sort of thing where they just hyper focus. But if you look at his base, look what he's missing, right? He's not making workers. He's supply blocked, you know, like his base management is frankly terrible. And in my experience, it's not because this player is bad at doing the base management. It's because they're not very good at the multitasking, right? And he's just looking at this Hellion the whole time. Actually, he looks away there, which is nice. Comes back. But again, he's just spending too long on this. And not enough time